Hey, how's it going, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Big Ball Vlogs. I do reviews, news, everyday vlogging, and every once in a while I'll do a tutorial. So if this video is somewhat educational or entertaining, please consider smashing that like button and maybe subscribing to the channel for new videos when I post them. So I wanted to give you a follow-up video. I know it's been a couple of weeks and I kind of stopped talking about the Skydio R2 because I didn't get one. Put in my $100, got the reservation number that starts with 6, but I wasn't one of the lucky ones that got one of those first release drones. So called up Skydio and said, hey, I think I want to cancel my reservation. Thank you, Connie from Skydio, for helping me. She was very quick. No problems, we'll cancel it. You should see the money in a couple of days. But she also asked me the reasons why, and I gave her, a generic reason why. But I thought I would elaborate on this video and tell you guys what I thought about the Skydio R2 based on what I've seen and why I canceled. So first reason was they didn't deliver. No offense. I've been watching drones for a while, and one of my pet peeves is any company, even a smaller company, that promises a release on a certain day and cannot deliver. It's about trust. It's about building up this, this trust with your consumer that if something were to go wrong, they could even, come back to you to get a fix or repair and get it back in the amount of time that you said you're going to get it back. So I know that, that's probably a minor thing for some of you because this is a new drone and maybe I should be patient to wait. But like I said, I've been in it before. And in fact, DJI used to do similar. I'm not a fan of the not delivered part on this, but again, it's not something that totally turned me away from buying this drone. It was just one of the reasons. The next reason I didn't want to get it is for the reasons that I've heard coming out of some of those reviews. I was shocked about what I was hearing about the Skydio R2. I was absolutely blown away by the Skydio R1 a couple years ago in Jersey when I saw this thing. I'm like, hey, this thing is absolutely freaking amazing. Talked to the CEO and I said, but the only thing is, don't know if consumers are going to want it because it doesn't have a remote. So, watch KC do videos on it, and it's a $2,000 drone. Only KC or somebody who got one for free is going to be able to buy one or afford one or even want one because it doesn't do anything but follow you around. And then I see this video coming out, then I see the video come out for the Skydio R2, which kind of fixes all that. The prices come down, it's got a remote, it's also got the ability to be flown around and get some of those cinematics that you would want to get other than you being chased around by this drone. Now, when I'm watching some of the review videos, I'm shocked, and I know this is a new drone, and even with DJI, there's some bugs, and there's some updates and some firmware updates that kind of fix and repair stuff, but I was absolutely shocked to see that this drone didn't really even do that much better than the DJI Mavic Pro 2 when it came to obstacle avoidance in similar situations. The Mavic 2 Pro made it through with obstacle avoidance. The Skydio R2 could have gotten caught up just like the Mavic 2 in certain situations, but it thought harder on how to get out of them. There were situations where the people that I saw do the review had to go back and get the drone because it absolutely just landed where it was because it couldn't get around a particular obstacle, whereas the Mavic 2 drone kind of made its way through. So it wasn't the drone that I thought it was going to be. Also, I was shocked to find out it didn't have telemetry. It's like impossible for me to trust a drone that I don't know what it's doing in the sky all the time. I rely on telemetry. One time I put my drone into altitude hold and the wind just took it away like a rocket. So I relied on telemetry to fly that drone back to me. So this drone was a little bit, I guess, limited marketed to specific people again who wanted to get great shots from the sky, had the ability to do it with remote control, but it's still focusing on somebody who wants this thing to follow them around from 30 or 40 feet away, and I just had to pass on that. A couple of other things that made me not want to buy it. I found out through watching other people's videos is yes, you can crash it because it has, which I thought, and I think I may have even said this in a previous video, I thought when the lights start to get a little bit dim, this drone is going to have some troubles. So I saw that it won't take off in low light situations. I saw that if it's in low light situations in the air when it gets and the light gets too low, it's probably going to land where it is and not fly back to you. I saw that some people actually crashed the drone, and now this is a newly released drone where they're already having problems getting them out. They're definitely not going to be able to get you a replacement or parts back to you as soon as you want it back. So I'm like, hey, maybe not now, just too soon for this one. Maybe when they come up with the Skydio R3, maybe that'll be the one to go to. And lastly, which is probably the biggest reason why I decided not to purchase the Skydio R2 and maybe any drone in the next couple of years, is the proposal for drone identification. Now, I did a video on that a couple weeks ago, and I was shocked, like some of you, to see what the FAA was proposing. Either your drone can remotely communicate with them, or you are restricted to flying it in a limited amount of space or in a drone park. Now, I think DJI saw this coming, and that is the reason why they released this DJI Mavic Mini. I gave my opinion on that. I'm like, who wants this little toy that's going to get blown away, which I've seen it blown away or land in the water or whatever, in a wind that's stronger than or strong enough to fly a kite. They did that because they saw these regulations coming and they wanted to keep that market for guys who want drones, the hobbyists that want a drone that don't want to be restricted down to not being able to fly. Now for me, I am seeing that while people are saying that this may happen in 3 years, it may not happen, it may happen tomorrow, it may happen in 1 year, it may happen in a couple of months, depending on how the FAA handles things. And I don't really trust the FAA. They want to give you the perception that they're trying to do the right thing and make the skies safer. I am one who wants regulations based on data, and to my knowledge right now, and I'm not, knock on wood, I have not seen a plane being brought down by a hobbyist drone. But people have done stupid stuff with them, like land them on the White House lawn, so I get it, security reasons and everything, right? But in this situation, you're taking a lot away from the hobbyists. I guess you feel like a lot of hobbyists are the ones who are potentially going to cause the incident, and you want to stop them from doing it. I've heard it in other, like 2A situations. Take, ammunition away from people, and then shootings will stop. So, if we can regulate drones down to either, a specific group of people with licensing to fly them, there's less of a potential for someone to get up in the air and injure someone. And I can see where that's coming from. But for someone who just paid maybe $2,000 for their latest drone, let's see, coming out of CES, the Evo 2s are coming out without a remote ID, and they cost about $1,600 and $1,700. I think there's 3 of them. And the third one, which had the FLIR camera, there was no price. So I'm thinking $2,000 plus. Some people may have, an Inspire 2, something that doesn't have a remote beacon. Some people may even have a total capable DJI Mavic Pro or a Phantom 3 Standard, or anything between Phantom 3 Standard and Phantom 4 Pro. And if the FAA puts this regulation out, you are now restricted to flying that drone in specific areas or conditions. And I'm not a fan of that. So I think I will actually, in this situation, hold my money and wait to see what the FAA is doing before I go out and spend on a drone at this point in time. So hey, I just wanted to get back to you and tell you, what the situation is with the Skydio R2. If you were following just for that reason, I'm sorry I won't be able to do that review. But hey, that doesn't mean you don't have to go out and buy one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. I'll get back to you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.